Yo, how are we doing? Sup, Red? Sup, Cryo? What? Think I forgot last week, but we're back. Feedback Friday. Time. Yay. I'm gonna try and be more consistent about this finally, because I do actually like doing these streams a lot. Because I've been streaming a lot less in general, but it's nice having something each week, kind of like when we did the sample clips, which I might bring back at some point. I'm probably gonna do Feedback Friday for a bit, because I definitely can't have two. I think I would stress myself out having two types of streams I do every week. Maybe we'll see. But I have something, but at least that's completely fine. It doesn't need to be anything finished. But yeah, I haven't actually worked on too much music. Jesus. Hello. Cryptic. I always get fucking jump scared with my own follow sound. Oh yeah, it's max 2. Yeah. I am pretty good. Yeah, that's fine. In that case, I just want to know, are you the producer, the rapper, or both? Because yeah, I've definitely given feedback to sometimes where it's like I'm judging the production, and then they're like, "Hey, I just rapped over it. I didn't make the beat." So I was like, "Oh, bet." Yeah, there should be one called Feedback Friday. That's where we have the feedback on the Friday. Well, yeah. Well, I think it wasn't just you. It was someone else who submitted a lot. I don't remember exactly who it was. I'm self-produced and I make a lot of beats from scratch. I usually play the keys and drums. Nice, very nice. Yeah, I will say I probably prominently do EDM, but like I've given feedback to I think most genres. So you can't take stuff with a slight grain of salt, because like the way you mix EDM and the way you mix hip hop is very different. But I have done both. Like I before I did EDM, I actually did hip hop shit for a while. And for a brief period of time, I tried to sell beats, but that's if there's one market that's incredibly oversaturated, it's people selling beats or just giving them out for free. So a lot of people are like, "Why the fuck would I pay for a beat?" But yeah, once we have like I want to say once we have like 3. Oh, that's a release track. Okay. In that case, I'll give like future notes. All in this way, you know, my first album. That's one of the way. Hell yeah, glad to hear it. All right. Oh, Cry, you sent your thing. Okay. We have 2 people. Let's. I say we just get started. If we have downtime, I'll probably just do a little bit of production. The pants. All right. And also, if possible, I would like a download. Of course, not for the one that's released, because you know. But yeah, I like going over it in my DAW just so I can like pinpoint shit. All right. Let's begin. Red. Does this have download? It sure does. Let us get this in the DAW. Alright, let me turn off this shit. Let's get EQ up here. Pretty. How's the volume, by the way? Is it distorting a bit? The tiniest bit of distortion and clipping here. A little bit. Again, those like artifacts. But if you want to keep them in there, because sometimes you want them in there, but sometimes you don't. So do what you want. Yeah, on the right there you can hear a little bit of that crackliness. But these pads are beautiful. Yeah, I think it works because it's pretty consistent throughout. Let me listen back in its entirety. Maybe it's a bit repetitive. Maybe like a slight like Air Candy melody could be nice. Not like a full thing, but it's like dun dun dun. Just a little bit, just something to like latch onto, because I mean the pads are beautiful, but it's just gonna a pad for a whole like minute. I mean, if you don't want to keep it, that's up to you. Because to be fair, I don't know what the rest sound like. I don't know if it's more ambient. Beautiful section. Something that feels a little off in the mix, but I can't tell exactly what. It sounds fine. It might be the low end feels weird. You have the sub drop. Yeah, yeah, the low end outro feels a little weird. Maybe have it go sub drop into a sustain sub, like boo, like something like that. Or just a one shot. I gotcha. Otherwise, yeah, I like this section a lot. It's pretty. That's interesting. Oh. That's quite cool. A little bit. My PC. I wish that that main tonal synth was coming through a bit more. Because right now the loudest element is that white noise, which to me Yeah, exactly what my fucking brain was thinking. Like the white noise is so prominent that that's kind of the main element in a way. But you have this nice bum 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 like synth underneath. I kind of want that to come through in a little bit and just like, cause like this is what's prominent. So I just want a little bit reduce. I want this. Let me actually get a Pro MB on this. Hello. There it is. On this. There's some. I definitely would prefer some more though. You know, like that. I think it is just I need that synth to be a little bit more prominent. Kind of same with the kick. Actually, just a tiny bit maybe. Yeah, I think the main synth is the only thing because everything else sounds lyric pretty nice. The drums are mixed good. The sub is mixed good. It's just that the main synth is being drowned out by the high end. I love that snare a lot. I like the going for a silencer. I want to hear how this would sound if there was a little reverb sweep. So if I, of course, you wouldn't put this on the master, but you know, if I put a little bit of this, it could be very subtle too. Just. Something like that. Move some more width on that. Something like that, or just like reversed folly. Just something going into it would be nice. I feel like you're going for a more minimal style with like less background stuff, but I feel like it would be nice if something came in this B section because I think the entire first half of the drop feels kind of copy pasty. Yeah, that's 8 bars are pretty much the same. So just like small little fills, maybe some small background air candy goes a long way with something like this. What's with the volume? Yeah. That sounds not intentional. Oh, is it just because like the sub is like distorting the fuck out of it, and as soon as it is not, I think that's it. As soon as it's not distorting everything, it's because I'm not sure if that's. Are you clipping it with the sub, or is this just because it's so loud that even like the master is also getting fucking crunched? I think it sounds kind of cool, but it definitely doesn't sound intentional. I think honestly, if you just layer this section up a little bit more, it would sound intentional and then would work. Because I don't think it's a bad idea to have that like because it's basically just a work serving as a fill. I wonder how this would sound. It's more of a creative thing than like a mixed thing, but how if the pad was sidechained to the like so it's ain't no way. Honestly, the best mastering tool. But if you're, it's like, what do I have on my? I pretty much have nothing on my master. I have a clipper. I have a spectral compressor that's technically like harsh-shined. That is literally it. So I don't have, I don't have much on my fucking master. That's a lot. I think out of those, you just need either Maximus or Wave Shaper. Like my mentality is usually 9 out of 10 things can just be fixed in the mix. Like if you have a good mix, you don't need a fancy mastering. And doing it in the mix gives you way more control, so you're not sacrificing space with other stuff. I like the stuttery synth. Yeah, like here you come your because like here's the thing, the sound design flow really solid. But if you look at the mix down, there's little in the way of dynamics. Like this feels like as compressed of a mix as it can be. So because of that, nothing really stands out. And like having flat mixes in general good, but in situation like this, it doesn't make it sound leveled. It just makes it sound flat. Hey TF, what's good? Yeah, this just sounds very over compressed. And yeah, I would not have so much in this like 300. Yeah, because like yeah, honestly, less compression, and if you just like level it, so that it sounds good to you, like, because I used to do this too, where I would just like put a fucking compressor on the master, and while in the short term it does make it sound more leveled, if you don't tweak it nicely, it can just end up sounding like a brick wall. Shit doesn't support 3 out of 4 plugins. I thought I already seen one. I mean, Serum 1 does most of the. I mean, we all lived with Serum 1 for half a decade, so. And a little bit of issue with the repetitiveness as well. I think Modus help me. If I can just click randomly on each segment and I just hear the same, that's usually a sign. I mean, that's fair. Though if you have knowledge on Serum Serum 1, then like it transfers over. It just now we have spectral and granulizer. But like here's the thing, I whenever I'm learning anything really, I take it very step by step. You don't need to, but I like to a lot. I usually do a mix of learning and doing. So I'll because I'm still learning about shit in FL2, even though I've had it for like forever now. But there's just so much you can do in it. But like I like doing a bit of experiment. My favorite way to like learn shit is experimentation and learning. Doing a mix of like looking up stuff, looking at other people's methods, and trying your own stuff, like trying to apply that to your own music. Yeah, this has a huge repetitiveness problem. Oh yeah, I love doing weird shit. Half my sound design all comes unintentionally just from messing about. Yeah, this is very repetitive. Even just like fills, like small melodic fills could do a lot here. Because like there's a lot of ways you can uh make it less repetitive. Again, fills is one way, change up flow in B section, change the octave, and those are not really super difficult things to do. You can get wacky with it if you want to, but like if you just want slight variation, change out the fills, change out the flow a little bit, maybe try and change the octave and see if that still sounds good. There you go. Pretty ass pads. I feel like you don't need to do because this has been in the track twice already, so I don't feel like it's super necessary. Because this is really nice. There's a little surprise in the bridge over here, but I don't think it's super necessary in this section as well. I mean, fair. I mean, I respect people who make long songs. I'm carrying Samus at the moment. Mess up my. Ah, man. I mean, I have a lot of recommendations. I mean, I've made a couple. If you want, I can also just like send you some of the ones I have. Because I have a fuck ton. Let me see what's some recommendations. I found some Voltra sample pack. I don't even think it's by Voltra, but that one's good. Everything from the Tynan Patreon pack. Shit's fucking great. Tonixity's stuff is really good. Where the fuck is the ones I like? Arcunin Infect, really good. Posthuman. Posthuman has my favorite like Patreon packs out of anything. I mean, yeah. Honestly, I have it here advertising just because like I needed something because like this looks so empty. So I was like, I'll need to put something there. Might as well advertise. Jungle. This one's free. Jungle 1982. This one has my favorite pack for like drum breaks and shit. And like very vintage samples. Love this pack. I found it on Reddit somewhere. Ivory has like the best packs. Who else has good packs? Oh god. We don't talk about this one. I'm not even sure if it shows up because of how small this shit is. That's kind of like the big. I mean, I like all these packs. That's why I keep them. But Bunch of stuff. Nice. Alright. But yeah, if you want to just send you some. Wait up. Significantly less muddy here, but still the same problem of being very overcompressed. Wait, I mean, Twitch censored Lamau as... What? What? Wait, let me get chat up in the actual Twitch thing. Because I should have mod view. I didn't. I still remember when it was banning... Yeah, let me have Alien Sounds 4 somewhere. I'll do that probably after stream though. Oh yeah, there's a bunch of good free ones. And a bunch of really cheap ones as well. And I recommend also supporting artists that make good things. Like Lingo Turbo has a pack out. I still need to get that. East Password has a pack, still need to get that. That's pretty good. I think I have some samples in that new one. Yeah, same repetitiveness problem. And I feel like this pad is a little loud. Cause that's louder than your main element. When I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be a background element. Also, I feel like it just kind of ends. I feel like you could put in a little impact here. Cause what I usually do is like on the last bar, I try to like brace for, okay, the drop's ending, either by removing the drums or doing some kind of fill or something like that, so it doesn't just like end abruptly. It's all good. Yeah, I think I said what I needed to say. I said what I needed to said. Alright, next up, Cryo Blitz. ID number 2, Hellhound. See, Cryo on my Blitz. Boom. Jesus, that's loud. I would like some rides up in. Oh, it's in the same BPM. I can literally just. Okay, let me get some rides up in here. You'll do for now. I'll have you with a bunch of reverb in the background. You cannot hear you in the mix because it's loud as fuck. Let me. Boom, boom, boom. And a second ride. That's going quarter note. And then it goes like that. Don't like that sample. Perfect. In general, I think I've been doing more. You don't need to do that, but I like having after the first 4 bars of the build, introducing another element. It's not necessary, but I like introducing something here that's different from your first things. It could just be like as simple as another riser, but like it makes it feel more happening. That sustain thing. It feels really loud. Also, one thing I would recommend doing is, because this is a sausage of a build up, you take your volume and you duck that shit a little bit before the drop comes in, so that your drop will have more impact. Because that way you can keep your build up loud while still making it have more impact on the drop. You could also do the mono thing, where you make your build a little more mono towards the end, so that it feels more stereo when it hits. Very subtle thing, but yeah. Fucking zombie sound. Alright, let me listen back. The first thing I notice is the drums. In general, I'm not huge on the snare sample itself, because it's one very reverbed out. And if you want that, I would suggest having that as a layer, just removing the fundamental and keeping us a layer. Because like especially if you're trying to do more heavier, almost tear outy stuff, you want to fucking, you know, you want to fucking you want that shit to fucking, you want oh, where is it? You want this shit? True. I recommend. Who do I recommend? I would recommend a pack, but I could honestly send you this pack because I don't think you should give them money. But it's a good pack, and that is the Dr. Lobster pack. If you know, you know. But they have some good drums. I usually don't like sharing other people's packs, but in this case, I think it's fine. Yeah, I'll share that after stream. I think the drums are the biggest issue. The rest of the mix is like okay-ish. Oh, I just realized I had the Pro MB. Okay, that's why the high end wasn't coming through. That's on me. Yo, Alien Rave, what's good? That definitely some resonant frequencies in that sustain. That's a little harsh. I would put a suit on that. I'm not the best at. I think you would classify this as tear out. At mix down for tear out because you can kind of just do whatever. I know motherfuckers who make tear out and they just go fucking. And that shit's fire. So. That's kind of like the freedom. You can do whatever the fuck you want. Feels it's a little high-end heavy, which you can get away with, but I would want some more mids in there. Yeah, the biggest thing is just that snare. The kick is fun. I would just bring it up a bit. Also, these fills could use a little more thickening. I like the flow hair a lot. I would definitely change up the like just change something up about it because it does get a little repetitive. That could be like the performance. That could be just an octave up or down. I feel like I just need something to like be a little. It doesn't need to be a huge difference, just a tiny little difference. Because if you do that, then that combined with the flow change up would probably be enough. Yeah, your builds almost sound louder than your drop. They're about the same, but. You lie. There isn't another one. Cryo. I trusted you. How could you say there's another one when the song ends there? I thought better of you, man. But yeah, this is really solid so far. The big thing is just the drums. Everything else is kind of nitpicky and like small touches. The drums are the only thing that really needs fixing. All right, next up, Cryptic. This is a release track, so I'll give more like stuff like in the future. Oh my god, what is happening to my PC? Oh my god,
what's a key point to growing up?
What is happening? My PC's fucking freaking out over just opening Spotify. We're good. This car goes crazy.
Up and maturing, would you say?
Wait.
And then, what's a key point to growing up and maturing, would you say?
Oh, growing up when I was at home.
Yeah, like what would you say is like a key part to growing up and like?
Beat and everything was made but scratched by me. Gotcha.
Oh yeah. Well, I had great parents, absolutely great parents.
This cover art goes crazy.
They used to take us. My dad had always a boat, and we always used to go away every weekend, you know, with the boat.
It's called Spicetify. You can get themes for your Spotify.
And stuff, and you know, he just
Gooster was good.
After us. Sometimes I think if I could only have that over again, because you know, I'd get mad and slam the door at the back. She'd say,
"Lovely intro."
Slam that door, you know.
Well.
Oh, damn. Condolences.
Maybe I said that I was fine this time, but last time I wasn't lying. This joy had a decline for sure. Seeds grow, trees grow, so do I. Don't miss the old me, I don't know why. Rightness in the parking lot, West Rock Road Drive leads into the parking lot where I confide. Got to sit on with my pops, glad that we could have these talks for our time stops. Couple beers, couple wings on the joint down the road. No longer there no more. Smoke shot, perfect opportunity for me to pick up what I need. Smoking my pain straight to my brain, fears fade away. But tomorrow I'll be reminded of yesterday. Maturity ain't easy as you see it, sad it's all on me. My homie, he the same age as me. I'm trying to get him to be successful. I'm watching out for my dogs like a keeper, although I didn't keep her. Broke it off in August, but if I'm really being honest, we lost it on December. How my heart broke, no remorse in the text. She expected me to stay. No way, I hate the small things I can't talk about. I look in the mirror and see a young...
Let me actually give feedback, because I was just kind of vibing.
You know?
It sounds fucking great.
Couple beers, couple wings on the joint down the road. No longer there no more. Smoke shot, perfect opportunity for me to pick up what I need. Smoking my pain.
Production, honestly, I can't think of anything. Like, this sounds fine, production-wise.
To my brain, fears fade away. But tomorrow I'll be reminded of yesterday. Maturity.
Not gonna lie, if I can make this background. Not gonna lie, if I can make the background that people will click. Yeah,
ain't easy as you see it.
sounds good. Sometimes the flow goes a little out of like tempo, but like that could be a stylistic thing.
Down the road, no longer there no more. Smoke shot, perfect opportunity for me to pick up what I need. Smoking my pain straight to my brain, fears fade away. But tomorrow I'll be reminded of yesterday.
Well, stuff like that. You kind of fitting a lot of syllables into a tight space to get what you want to say out. I'm not the best lyricist, so I'm not really one who can speak on this. Like I've used my vocal on tracks, but like it would be far cry to say I'm a good vocalist. But yeah, overall, like the vocal mixing sounds fine. Maybe a slight de-esser would be nice, but other than that, I think it sounds fine, especially for this style, where you kind of want it to be a little bit more raw.
Maturity ain't easy as you see it, sad it's all on me. My homie, he the same age as me.
I don't know, like not over processed, like you would in maybe like an EDM track.
I'm trying to get him to be successful. I'm watching out for my dogs like a keeper, although I didn't keep her. Broke it off in August, but if I'm really being honest, we lost it on December. How my heart broke, no remorse in the text. She expected me to stay. No way, I hate this small
stuff like that adds a lot, where you know you're reverbing the ad lib and shit.
Things I can't talk about. I look in the mirror and see a younger you, but I'm not perfect, so that's not true. I pray that something or some lesson showed me which road to follow. Seeds grow, trees grow. Sometimes I swear this tree is hollow, but like the shallow depths of the ocean, there's still a light to follow. Okay, another pill to swallow in the deepest parts of my sorrow. I'm pushing for Bravo, but not a single shot I take gets me off of this plateau. Props to my supporters and my team. We're all living this hazy dream, trying to get this cream.
I like these little spoken word bits. Usually like the intro. Ooh, this percussion.
I know there's other ways to take away the stress. Praying to God and asking him why my life is a mess. Thoughts of running away from everything that's ever give me love, but I made a promise to the spark. I'm gonna marginalize, spreading these branches. My garden been growing, I've been building, but still sparking. Kindle a flame and I'm embarking. I was so damn close to giving up a couple times. This last year has taught me to
I like
be
the
safer
layering.
and aware. Some of these people around me, they don't even care. That's why my circle's smaller, and I'm never open to share. Nothing even really matters, but now I'm open up to prayer. Anxiety from the substance had me gasping for air. I swear I never been worried to the day I started with abuse of the substance. I gotta disconnect from reality, get the rum and the weed, and trust me, I'm on another leaf.
Switch up. Yeah, vocal's great. I love the cadence of it.
Mama said that we be fine, and I know she never lied. Just straying through the motions on these open oceans, through life's contortions, whispering in my ear, saying sip more potions, smoke another blunt, run from the shadows, control the emotions, don't let out all the notions. A beach where we sit and smile, ruined by the waves. A frequency that's changed when I'm plugging in the game. game, a glimpse of total innocence, ruined by the age, the pressure of a forced smile, and distance from self-shame, drowning in a bottle and lighting up a flame, return to certain things that I cannot regain. Glimpses
I wish I had feedback for like I have basically nothing. This is fucking great.
It's time to rebuild new things. I'm burning everything, prescribed fire, discard and be spreading. Once we grow new vines, we'll be shining for show. We'll be shining for show.
I have like no feedback to this track. It's so good.
Shining for show. Just watch the tree grow. Opulence for peace is optionless when you know it's what you need. Voices in my head telling me the wrong things that I need. How long for another person up in leaves? Lord knows it's been hard trying to water this seed, but seeds grow, trees grow, and so do I. Providing the wrong nutrients to build sky high. Ta-da and voila, I'm going up Allah. Prescribed fire we burning. For this garden I'm yearning. For this garden I'm yearning.
Fucking sick. I wish I had more in the way of feedback, but like, this sounds fucking great. Imagine the extra, but I don't think it actually needed much.
Waves of frequency that's changed when I'm plugged
Yeah, it's actually not that bad.
in. And easy as
Like,
easy as
really good variation throughout. I like the layering of the vocals.
in the game, a glimpse of
I don't have much. Yeah, I don't have much to say. Yeah, this is fucking great. After a year, what the fuck? Yeah, I basically have no notes. I can't think of anything really.
the total win.
Sometimes the flow goes a little off tempo, but it kind of works with us, especially because like it's a little bit more laid back and a little bit more perspective. So it doesn't really need it. There's sometimes where you try to fit a lot of syllables into a short space. I don't know the best way to go about that other than shortening stuff, but yeah. But yeah, that's fucking great. I don't have much to say on that. TF Twin Demon. Probably do this. There we go. Alright, so this has DL. Let me get the DL. Where are we? All right. I want to check something real quick. Also, this shit's fire already. 2 seconds and this shit's fire. Okay, please don't crash my PC. All I'm asking, Ozone. I'm asking a lot. Okay, thank you. Imager. I'm gonna look at here to like here. Yeah, that's a wide ass sub. Oh, I fucking like, I basically can't open it in a normal project. I have to make a separate project for it. And even then, there's like a 50% chance it fucking crashes. Yeah, sub, I think should be more mono, and some of the mids should be just a little bit. That sounds a little bit more clean to me. That's the only piece of feedback after this intro. This intro's fucking heat. classic roast up shit. Let me listen back. I think my issue might just be width here. Listen to how wide your belt is, and then listen to how wide your drop is. I think I just need a little bit more width on those bases, at least on the highs. Let me test something real quick. I don't what's the best widening thing I have? Would it be widener? Cause I think this one has, yeah, let's get the first, like, Jesus Christ, 100, let's just do 100. Actually, let's do, like, just a little boost, maybe. If not that, maybe I'll layer this wider. Up to you. I think that's the only feedback I have for this drop. Otherwise, it's really fucking good. Wait, let me listen back to this. Wait, it's still, wait. Don't crash. Okay, no, it's. Listen to only the sub for a sec. Okay, that's fine. There's something weird about it, but I don't. This is not helpful. There's something weird about the sub, but I don't know what. I would maybe want to bring up those rides a little bit, just a tiny bit. That's a fun snare. It's so fun that I don't even care. Like, yeah, it's fun. It's a bit like... No, that's fine. Oh, it's like a triplet. Okay. Oh, is this at the end? That's me. It might be that the sub is very distorted. That might be it for me. Because it's coming through kind of weird. Because what I usually do, it's not necessary all the time, but I will, when I'm making a sub, I will make 2 versions of it. Oh, I have a sub right there. Beautiful. So I'll have one sub. That's the sub. And I'll, let's see. Let's do this. So, 2 hours. Maybe like motherfucking it's this, and then I'll have one that's okay, maybe blah. And then I'll remove the low end. And then if you combine them, you get a clean sub and a noise sub together. Because then you can tweak this without changing the volume of the sub, like the clean sub. And then you can get creative with it if you want. If you want to do some weird shit, do it. If you want that shit to fucking a little bit of downsample. This is a very shit example, but let me. Yeah, that's a nice way to get a lot more, like, even if it doesn't necessarily sound better, it gives you a lot more control usually over it. But yeah. I honestly don't have much else. Like, it's pretty damn well mixed. Yeah, I got nothing to say on the drums. Those are good. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Just cymbals a little bit louder. Maybe a slightly wider high end on the basses, potentially. And a mono sub in the intro. That's literally it. This shit do in fact bang. All right. Next up, we have Cayenne. It's alien rave dance party rhythm, not rhythm. I don't know why I said rhythm in that. Roof on Fire 2. Nights on fire. Do 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 do. It's always a mix, and I'll figure out as I think. I will let you know what I think. A little bit harsher. Might just be the noise, cause like I would maybe recommend a little bit more fucking soothe. Then I recommend when dealing with very harsh high frequencies, you turn the sharpness pretty high up, sensitivity a little bit up, and then that could take. Like, it gets rid of all the owie shit.
Drop the bass. It's DJ Alien Rave. You're tuned into 77.7 Rave FM.
If you're gonna have those drums in there, I would maybe bring the fourth a bit more.
FM.
Or maybe like a tiny bit of reverb on that main lead.
FM.
And maybe it saturate them a little bit of distortion on them. Yeah, I want the drums more prominent, because you can barely hear stuff like that fill. I feel like I need something in that beat section because it sweeps into it and then it doesn't like bring the energy a bit. Like you need an impact there. You need a couple more risers. This needs risers. This needs a motherfucking big fucking. You know what I'm saying? You need a fucking. Like as soon as it sweeps in, you. This is sick. I think it's that sausage 808. That sausagey, really distorted 808. I would get rid of some of the mids on that. Not all of it, but just a little dip. A little bit. To me, that sounds a lot better. Because that creates a little bit more room for your main elements. That's honestly kind of it. Like, especially the speed sections, it makes completely fine. I love this speed section a lot. I will say the melody feels a little bit like random notes. Also, why does the volume dip? Why is it so quiet for these 2 bars and then a fucking yeah, that's a bit weird. Oh, good. Yeah, I think it is just reducing some of those mids on the mids on that 808, and that's kind of it. Let me listen to anything else. Maybe bring up that snare a little bit, tiny bit, itty bitty bit. I feel like the kick is a lot of transient, but I'm not getting as much of the body. Maybe increasing the sidechain just a tiny little bit could help that. Well, that's on Epic. Like, it sounds fine. That's all. I would reduce some of that high on that downlifter. Yeah, that shit's fucking sick. Mixdown honestly isn't that bad. It's just like minor tweaks, and then you're good to go.
We're sorry.
Oh.
Sorry.
I fuck with that.
It's always on my radio.
It's Raveaholic.
We're sorry.
I kind of wish that I went for another fucking 8 bars.
We're sorry.
It really, that sounds like a Tom and Jerry scream.
We're sorry.
It's kind of sick though. It does come out of nowhere, but I kind of like it.
We're sorry. Sorry.
Yeah, I wish I went for another 8 bars because that's sick. But yeah, overall, like, this is really solid. It just needs a few tweaks. Yeah, I kind of like how, like, out of the fucking blue it is. Cryo. Partners in crime. Oh, good. Thank you for sending it in. Where are you, Mr. MP3 file? Where are you hiding? It's honestly not that bad because it's trying. I mean, it's very clearly trying to be very abrasive and loud, and it is that. It just has some like minor tweaks, and you're good to go. That's one second song. I'm tempted to completely remove. I'll mention it when we get to it. All right. What headphones you got? I don't know what those are. You fuck with Quiet Future Bass? I used to love that shit. Yeah, I fuck with that. I still listen to a little bit of it. Those rides are harsh. So that's. I haven't. Yeah, I listen to Snell to this day still. Actually, no, not too bad in the harshness. I think they're just a little loud. I need sub here, man. I need sub. Exclamation point in Discord. Yeah. I agree with that. Fucking hell. Bit loud? Yeah, in general, this is very high-end heavy. So that snare. Yeah, you don't need it, but yeah, I prefer audio files because then I can go in here and yeah. I just had a random flashback. This vocal. For some reason, I heard that and my brain went the fucking "What's up, Scooby-Doo? I'm coming after you." Oh my god, I think this was okay. One thing I like doing for high end, recommendation. I just have this on in my normal master now. A Spectral Compressor. This plugin is free. You can just copy these settings, but basically all you need to know is it's a downwards compression. You select the tilt here, and you want a little slope. You're speaking my language. I play more in the. This is making me a little more clear what it's doing. You can either do this on the master to do it more subtly, or you can put this on the sound itself and go a little bit more hand with it. And then you choose the threshold here. I want that vocal a little louder. Also, I want some low in here. I want a fucking bass. Though I do quite like the amount of variation. I will give it that. And I would kind of like, because the vocal has this like, almost like a radio low pass, high pass effect throughout the whole thing. Is that just in the sample, or was that a thing you put on it? Because I think that sounds really cool in the intro. But I kind of want that a little less here. And there's probably all right, fair. Listen to nope, not a filter. Oh yeah, this is how you fix the song. People, you might be neighbors late at night. No, I think. Yeah, same kind of money in the. I think it's also like this has like this really melodic vocal, but everything else underneath it is very atonal. You hear that? Like the only melodic section part of it, this section here, is the vocal, and that feels a little weird. Yo. That sub also feels really high up. Which might be because it's following the melody. What I have to sometimes you need to make sacrifices when doing your sub, because like your sub bass wants to be in one spot, right? So let's say, for example, I have a sub bass, right? That's doing a little melody. With that, on my Discord in Feedback Friday, you need to make some sacrifice. You need to like figure out sometimes where it sits best. So like these might be a little low. So let's hear. Just gotta figure out where. I think that's about as low as I can possibly go without being way too low. But sometimes if it's too, let's say it's like, I'm following the melody and it's like, you wanna just find the sweet spot. You want, in general, because there's usually a sweet spot between like D, like this is your sweet spot usually when it comes to sub basses. So you want to figure out if you have notes going all over the place, you want to kind of like shift the octaves to where it like fits the best inside the little sweet spot. Not always. You can get creative with it and do other stuff, but in general, I like doing it like this so that it sits in that nice spot. And sometimes if it doesn't work at all, you can just, it's annoying, but sometimes if you just can't get it to line up good, you might need to change the key of the entire song to where it sits nicely. But usually you can avoid that by just finding sweet spots. Like, that one goes like really high. Like maybe try doing that an octave lower. Here there's a problem of hierarchy, which I sometimes, this could be just a me thing, but there's a lot of times where I'm listening to a session like this where, because in most tracks you want, you know, a main element, something your ear latches onto. Here my ear goes a little, what am I supposed to focus on? I'm supposed to focus on the little do-do-do-do-do-do melody. Am I supposed to focus on the bass. Because they're about the same volume, so my brain goes, what's the main element here? What? Whoa. Okay, there's a lot happening here. What is that thing in the background? There's like a really wide layer in the back. I don't think that needs to be there because it's already got a lot going on. Yeah, that comes in right there. And you're... Because there's the thing, your melodic elements are... Because the vocal is very, very, like, compressed and, like, radio effect, low pass, high pass, brr. But that's... It feels like your instruments are also that. And, like, because that's usually cool when one element is that. But when it's a whole thing, my ears are going, wait, is this song just very low bitrate? Like, I feel like the strings and background elements are very, like, in the back, a little bit muddy. Yeah. Might have been the sample, I'm not 100%. I mean, if that's a sample, yeah, but then I would also just add some more cleaner elements as well. Because right now, for the a fair bit of the track that isn't the drop, it feels like I could do this to it, and it would barely change the song at all. Yeah. Yeah, this is... I feel like it's hitting a limiter or clipper very loudly. And you're gonna be careful of that, especially with your low end, because that can lead to really bad muddiness. Yeah, here we are brick walling. If I go this... White brick walling. Like, you don't... in general, you know, from like the 300 to like 500, 600-ish, this should very rarely be your loudest element. And here it's pretty damn loud. And I want a bit more of the high, not the treble, but like a little high end. And like I want the vocal to have a little, you know what I'm saying? Because in general, I feel like this is just an issue of dynamics here. Because we are brickwalling this shit. So when you brickwalling like this, when there's like very little dynamics, because everything's hitting a limiter or a clipper like max, there's very little hierarchy. There can be, but hierarchy is not the right word, but it's the first word that came to my mind of like everything's just sound like a wall of noise. And sometimes you can use that creatively and deliberately, but it doesn't feel like it wants to be that here. I like it, like this. This looks nice. Yeah, I really prefer this drop. Because you are going more chair-outy with it, more heavy with it, this mix down suits that a little bit more. Oh wait, is this enhance? Enhance. Oh, don't tell me. I can't believe it. I trust. No, okay, I'm not gonna do my bit again. Oh, I'm soloing it. Oops. I think in general the sub is not coming through as much as I want for this. I would want... are you storing your bases with the sub? Because yeah, I definitely want more... Also, it feels... both the sub and a couple of the drop bases feel very sustained a lot. I kind of wish to emphasize the pattern a bit more. They had a little less tail. Instead of bon don don, it's like bon don don da da don. Potentially. But if you're going for more of like a... I was gonna say sausage aesthetic. That sounds really fucking stupid. But you know, if you're going for brick wall aesthetic, then... rough shape of changes I want. In general, yeah, there's a little bit of the whole track. There's a little bit of muddiness here. A little bit, a little bit. Also, I feel like your snare is getting drowned a little bit. A little bit. Just a little bit. Whoa. What is happening with the low end here? The white tech core thing? We could make it a thing. Oh yeah, let me drop them. Oh my god, I've not heard that vocal sample in so long. Yeah, again, everything's hitting a limiter or clipper really loudly. I usually sometimes if I'm noticing that and I'm struggling with the mix down, I would suggest like mute all your shit and then bring it up like into a point you're happy with. And just go, oh, okay, yeah, you're good there, you're good there, yeah, you're good there. Like listen to where it sounds good in the mix, not just individually. Made a bit into the end of the song. Oh. Yeah, we work well on a fair bit here. Because you kind of, what I've learned is when I used to be like, why does my shit sound so not sound as full and as rich? It's usually not just about bringing up volume; it's about headroom. It's about giving like your stuff place to like breathe. Because everything, I was gonna say something like I'm fucking what's his name, the guy from The Incredibles. If everything's loud, then nothing is. That doesn't really make sense, but like, if everything's loud, nothing stands out. I think that's a better way to say it. If everything's fighting for your attention, then it just kind of becomes overwhelming in a way. Cause yeah, it feels like a little bit of like a crowded elevator. So I'm really bad at analogies, but yeah, like it needs space to breathe, like taking the air. Nice. All right, next up. TF track. TF2 music. Refract. You do be you. Let me turn off all the master stuff so... Okay, it's already off. I think it works because it's just the intro, but we are fully mono here. I think I would like a little bit more width. I love that drum break. Act like you know me. That's Avia right there, my go. That absolute go. I want a little counter melody thing in this B section. What I've started doing is making a rule for myself that if I copy paste a section, or if I have like a 4-bar section and then I copy paste this 4-bar section, I have to add something there. You don't always need that, but I think it's always nice to have something tiny, like the tiniest thing, even if it's just like another pad in the back or something, just so like it's very rarely fully copy paste. I like the sub movement a lot. Like obviously it is a bit buddy, but like that's a part of the style, and that it feels very deliberate here. I was just gonna go back and change this because I didn't change from last time, but honestly it sounds kind of nice with this. Though you don't need this. Cause yeah. I'll maybe beef up that kick a tiny little bit. Oops. No, they now. Okay, great. What do you Oh no, don't worry, that was not the thing that I needed clarification. Yeah, I like this. A little 400 dip and a little sub boost. That's kind of it. Stop pausing, Lily, edging me. Was it good for you? No. 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 I'm giving up. Anti-ASMR. I love EDM. I mean, this is IDM, not EDM. The most anticlimactic ADM genre hardstyle? Wouldn't that be the most climactic if you... Because wouldn't... Wouldn't... If it's... Then it would... Oh, you meant it literally. I thought I was still talking about coming. Ah. What is one? Let me think for me. Dolly Funk for me. No, I take it back. Badly made techno. Alright, true. Someone said an extra tone once, and I didn't know what the fuck to do for feedback. Yeah, I think the clipping and like degradation of the audio actually works really well with this track. Like it feels very intentional. Here's the thing, I like techno when it's done really well, but when it was like the craze last year and like the year before that a little bit, there was a lot of people who did techno who don't know how to do techno and pretty much just copy pasted a kick and called it a day. It is intentional, yeah, it came across as that. So yeah, just a little muddiness in the mids. Do I have anything to say about the off drops? No, these are right. Again, maybe a slight ear candy thing on the B section, just for a little variation, but these are nitpicks. These sounds great. Broken Arm record amazing. That's kind of the fun thing about Future Rhythm. You can kind of do whatever the fuck you want mix wise. You can go for like a really clean scabadabap style, or you can do some like weird shit. Iva. Is it pronounced Iva? Ivia. Okay. It's like Stevia, but Ivia. Hello. I'm not gonna lie. I read your username at a glance, and I thought it said Kashmir for a second. I was like, huh? Oh, it's Avia. Okay. We're doing pretty good. How about you? This needs a little bit of that fucking... Does the merch store even still work? I haven't checked. Is this the old one or the new one? I generally don't know if it still works. Oh, it still works. All right, neat. Yeah, I need the sub bass fucking brrr. There you go. That Jersey Club switch up? Ain't no way. Yep. Thank you for the follow. I would like the tiniest pad. Like, tiniest pad. It doesn't need to be super prominent, just like in the back. I don't know what key this is in. Maybe in the A section. Very light. Moanfield go crazy? For real. I remember I made a fucking EP in 2020 where I hit like a fucking hentai moan in every song. We don't talk about 2020 me, okay? Oh, the snare I just noticed. I think it sounds really cool. It's getting very buried. It almost sounds like it's not being sidechained. But that's kind of what I have for this. It sounds really good. Oh. Oh, it feels like 2018 again. I'm listening to this. I feel like I'm on the fucking tram on my way to school with my shitty fucking wired earpods. Fucking. And I'm about to figure out that I'm autistic like 5 years later. So sick. Got some funk stuff too. Nice. This is quite sick. Again, the biggest two things are just I want a little bit more sub in there, a little bit more bass in general, and I want that snare to be more prominent in the mix. And if it's not being sidechain, get on that. But yeah, this is sick. I quite enjoy. Next up, Early ID from Undead. We download that. How long have I been going for? About 2 hours. I still got some juice in me. Scare the shit out of me. Nice. Solid intro. Don't really have any notes for this. I need literally the opposite of this. It feels a little harsh here. Oh, maybe let me get a fucking Pro MB. So there it is. Yeah, the rides are a little harsh, and the sub is a little loud, but that's about it. I kind of like, because I feel like that base you have there, that it's supposed to be the main element, but I feel like your high-end, I don't know if that's a ride or if it's some kind of like layer. I feel like that's kind of taking up more space, so I would maybe bring that down and bring your main base up a little bit. I quite like this build though. It feels really nice. I would one thing I like doing in my build-ups, just to make the drop hit a bit better, is I will have an EQ or filter or whatever. Especially if you want to have low end in your build, I would filter that out a little bit towards the end. So that like that. I think that sounds a little bit more clean. Those are just a nice way to get more variation in your build and having it technically make it so your drop sounds more full, because it'll have more low end than your build up. You're listening to this tear on and you fucking crash the car. One thing is, this is usually not something I say about Hero, but like, you need to fucking, if it's gonna be Terra out, I wanna fucking. Not, of course, on the master. But what I usually do with tear out stuff is I'll have a separate sub and a separate tear out gun. You can combine them. You can just use a tear out gun with a sub. It doesn't really matter. And it's all the same. You have a sub and your gun. Let me get one I made. Where is it? Tear out maker. Because here you have the sub. And then you have this thing. And they're being distorted together. And when you distort them together, it gets that nice tear out crunch texture. Which is nice. But even if you have a separate sub, and then you have this that you can link together, it doesn't really matter if you have a separate sub or not in this case, because if you have it in Serum, you can just tweak it there. Either way, you just want this is basically just saying distort your sub and your main base together. I have a thing here just called the sub crunch, which my sub and my base will automatically be routed in here, and this is a Mishpi, which is my favorite distortion. So if I just combine, take this, route it here. And then take my sub, and I route it there. And then I combine the two with their forces combined. Nice. By hitting F. What? What's the Epstein shuffle? Is that a new dance? But yeah, that's, I would recommend it because in Terra you can distort that shit as much as you want. Probably do this because it makes it a little easier. What? I don't know why you want to dance with why someone would, like that would want to dance with a pedophile, but I mean, go off, I guess. Yeah, this needs more sub. Bring that sub up a bit, maybe destroy it with your main base, and then you should be good to go. Your sneer, or is that just a clap? That's just a clap. It feels a little thin. I would definitely layer that with a chunkier snare. I also feel like your kick is missing some transient. You could either just change out the kick sample, or let's see the way to do it. I have like a pack of like transients. If not, you can just take a kick you like that has a nice like transient. Fuck that one. That was kind of nice. And then you line that up with your original kick. I can't be fucked to line it up there. I'll just make another one. You take this and you combine it with your main kick. So you have something like something that hasn't very something like that. Pretty favorite. And just match it until you like it. Yeah. Or you can just layer it on top. Honestly, you don't need to. You can just literally fucking. Look at that. Or something I see other people do, but I don't usually do, is just you layer the same kick, but you add another transient. You can also get this effect sort of by just using a transient shaper and bringing up the attack a bit, but anyway, the end result will be the same. A more transient. Yeah, I need that to be not, you know. Well, make my I'm about to make my own country. We don't have much, but yeah, unionize, make a new country. Just get a bunch of like fucking find a rock in the middle of the ocean. Yeah. I find it so. I avoid talking about politics on stream, but I found it so fucking ridiculous when I heard a clip of Trump being like, "Why don't we get more Norwegians?" It's like, why would we ever want to visit? I don't want to live in a World War II Germany. Yeah, no problem. It's like, why would you think any Norwegian would want to go to America? Our likelihood of dying would, like, times 3. Yeah, let's build a rock. I'm gonna find a rock outside. Toss in the ocean, call it my country. Yeah. Neat. Servalandia. Thomas, what is this profile picture? My MP3. I don't know why that's so ominous. Just my MP3. Well, the Netherlands moved to America at 13. Haiti needs to move to Canada. That is fair. The only reason I go to America would be like a convention or something, or like an event happening. Because we don't get shit here. I mean, you do if you live in Oslo, but I don't live in Oslo, and Oslo is like a couple hours on train. And I'm not doing that. There's very few things I would do that for. Why is this an MP3 of a live performance? I don't have to feedback. I don't have to feedback this. Because the usual metrics I would grade this on is like not applicable here. Like, yes, the mix sound sounds a bit roomy. A lot of vocals in the back, you know, you want to EQ those out. You want to like have a little spike here. Needs more sub. You know, those screams need to be louder. Sorry. You can tell when I'm getting tired. Defcon hasn't bought it yet. This sounds sick, but yeah, I don't have, because it's like a recording of a live performance is not a thing I can really like feedback as far as I can tell. But it sounds cool. That bass hit. Oh, it's a released song as well. Okay. Is this the same? Yes. Are you still in chat? Wait. This is just a song called Thomas Day Fan. I don't think this is... Okay, wait, this is actually a pretty big producer. Or a pretty big artist. I don't think they're in chat. I did not realize. Anywho, well, let's continue. I'm guessing this is the Tarot track. It's a release track. All right. Funk is another one where you can kind of get away with a lot of stuff. Yeah. That is the last of feedback, it seems. After this, so do I have energy to work on anything? Yeah, I think I do. Oh, camera. Oh, my Discord. There should be a thing called Feedback Friday. Did I miss yours? Oh, you sent in feedback, I think, right? Yeah. Okay, it's probably weird having a feedback and a Feedback Friday channel. I should probably change that. That's on me. That's oh good. It is. At one point, I had 3 feedback channels, so It's not opening. That's weird. I'm just getting a blank screen. Cause this. Let me refresh this. Let me see if it's SoundCloud. Oh, okay. It's a SoundCloud issue. It's not your link. Oh, blank feed. I probably should, yeah. I mean, no one uses that channel, so I might just fucking delete it, right? Let me try restarting my browser. That might be it. Something went wrong. Yeah, it feels like every fucking... Wait, am I still... Did I accidentally close my YouTube stream? I think I did. Oh, wait, no. It works now. I don't know what... Okay, wait. Am I still live on YouTube? I might have... Oh my god, I forgot to change the thumbnail.
And then
Alright, now it works. Alright, let's give feedback. Whatever. No one usually watches on YouTube anyways. Oh wait, no. Did I go out of order? Yes, we were doing this. Alright. Sorry about that. Very high and heavy. Specifically, like the treble is pretty loud. On those cymbals, I would, yeah. Honestly, that's all I have in the way of feedback. Like this, otherwise sounds great. It's a really nice switch up. Let me add this to yes, my playlists. My lovely playlists. Maybe a tiny bit more sub, but it's mainly the treble that's the issue here. Result. Yeah, it's mainly just those symbols that are very ear-piercing. Also, Thomas Day fan. I'm not, this is feedback, not just listening to music. Alright, Chemist. Oh, I already have your link open, yeah. Alright, boom, bam. This guy, what's good? I think. Wait, did you have something to submit? Cause yeah, I might close the submission soon because we've been going for over 2 hours. What is that mouse in the background? It's very much not my genre, so it's take what I say with a grain of salt. It's my chair. I think it's the... Is it, could I get the MP3? Also, in general, I just prefer this kick, I think. That's also a personal thing. I bet. I feel like I might just need a little bit more sub. No, it has. It has a fair bit of sub. I bet. I'm probably gonna also close. Oh yeah, Kimmy's gonna let you post your thing. And then I'm gonna close submissions. It might be a... Oh, wait, I'm still on face cam. It might be a stereo thing. This is pretty mono. Because, like, the only source of, like, width is really your cymbals. And, I mean, you can't get away with that in this... genre. I think I want that main acid lead to have a bit more width to it. Because that also lets it separate a bit for the kick, so they're not fighting off the same monospace, and it makes it sound a bit more full. I mean, I give feedback to pretty much anything. I mainly do EDM stuff, but I give feedback to like hip hop and pop and stuff. Wait, did you get thing. Okay, there we go. Let me get this in the DAW so I can look at this a little bit better. In my Discord, you should do much more Discord and this should show up. Is this an unmastered version? Or wait, is this something I did? Sounds a bit different than... We'll follow. It's all good. It's all good. It might be the transient. Either way, let me... Because I think this would sound really nice with a little bit more... Like the high end, just a little... Why is... Oh, wait. It's so good. Okay, I'm gonna just listen to... Even by maximizing this shit... Yeah, that lead, I just want that lead a little wider. I am from Norway. Only realized later you're from Norway. Yeah. Hey, veldig nice, veldig nice. Hvor er du fra? Sånn i Norge. Sånn, Bergen. I real like I wish I had more in like feedback. I'm just this is so not my genre. I feel like the this was like this. These like mids here don't really add much. I actually think it would be a little sicker if this was just a clean kick. You know? But I don't think that really adds much. Wait, let me get... There's the master one. All right. Made Dallas. Oh, wait, Dallas. What did he use then? Ah. Huh. I've wanted to do like a stream for a while that is digital only producer tries analog for the first time, but most analog synths are so fucking expensive. In general, I would like that acid lead to be a bit louder and a fair bit wider. That's kind of it. I think this sounds great as is, kind of. New Machines that nice. This does sound really good. It just that I feel like that ARP lead needs to be a bit louder. Not ARP, fucking acid. Yeah, so I didn't have more. I wish I could. It's just not my genre, really. All right. Let's listen to the Primal Instinct. Oh, wait. Does it change time signature here? Could be wrong. It could just be how the melody's doing. But this sounds fucking great. Again, not really my genre, but like it sounds really full. Especially in the stereo. Drums are coming through really nice. I don't really have much in the way of feedback. So what? What's throwing me off here? After it like fades in and out. I don't know what was throwing me off. Now that I'm counting again, it sounds fine. I don't know. Yeah, it might have been that. One thing I would potentially I forgot it's released. Because usually if I have a element in the what do you call it a drop in metal? I guess you call it a drop. If I have an element like this lead, if I didn't introduce it again in the off drop, or again whatever you call it in metal, I usually change something about it. I will either have it like, I think honestly having it be like filtered, like some like phone radio type shit would actually be really nice here. Just to distinguish it a little bit. Yeah, like even sometimes when I'm reviewing like pop music, I'll still call it like a drop, a pre-drop. The Gaussian's really good here. I feel like that filtering is very like sudden. Kind of wish it was a little more gradual. Because now it doesn't feel like a fade in and fade out. It feels like a stagecoach with the cane just whoop. I think in general, I would like a little more low end. Is there also a bass under this? I think I hear a very subtle bass. I want that actually fucking, you know what I'm saying? Ow. Nice ass sequencer. Really sick. Yeah, I would like a little more bass. Alright, I'm down for one more, and then yeah. Because I have one more, and then I have two more, and then the one you're gonna send. I think that'll be it. I guess one thing is you were using this sweeps a lot as transitions, and while having recurring elements, I feel like that's the type of thing you don't always need to use all the time. Usually when I'm doing transitions, I like having a mix of like, you know, washout, filtering, maybe putting like a big crusher on, because you can kind of do whatever with your filtering in, like doing a transition by filtering. You can get very creative with it, kind of do whatever. But yeah, that's a nitpick. Really, this sounds fucking great. Yeah, I just want a little bit more bass. Alright. What is this? It's another website that don't want to load. Okay, give me 2 seconds. Let me open it up on browser again. And there we go. I probably put some like text on screen that's like Sorry, I was very distracted. Let me actually listen back. I got no notes for this intro. This is really nice. Good amount of variety. It's quite nice. I maybe have a bit more sub in this section because it's supposed to be a little bit more full than this section, and they have the same. I think it's the same Reese. I like this section a lot. Oh, I need me an impact right there. Okay, hold up. That's a sick drop. And one thing I will say is, because you have that like spectral as like texture layer, and that's really wide. Because of that, I don't think you need your main lead, the like RP sequencer type thing, to be as wide. Because it feels now that they're taking up around the same space in the stereo width, so they're kind of like competing instead of like complementing each other. If that makes sense. I feel like that could be a little bit less wide because of that. So sometimes you have sections like that where it doesn't have a sub, like, which I kind of I don't, because it doesn't feel like a full fill, so it doesn't really make sense how that wouldn't be sub there. In general, the sub feels very inconsistent. I don't know if that's because it's sometimes going too low. Because like if you put your sub too low sometimes, it just doesn't show up at all. I think anything below like a D2 or whatever the fuck is like too low. Yeah, I think that's what's happening here. If you hear here, you barely even... I think that sub is going too low, where it's not really registering. Which is why it feels like the sub feels so inconsistent, because it's in these huge jumps. So like I talked about Wow, I'm sounding like fucking XQC without much I stutter. Like how I talked about earlier in the stream. You kind of want to keep shit in like a sweet zone. From like D to like G sharp ish, like that. That's where you kind of want to keep it. I think that's why it's so inconsistent. Would maybe want a little bit more high end on that snare, just a tiny bit. I kind of wish I didn't the B section did more of this like start stop thing. That would also differentiate it a little bit more. That's kind of it though. Like I don't have much to say about the off drops. They're really solid. I think for me the biggest thing is the sub where it goes too low where you can't really hear it. What? You got like 2 bars? 2 bars of breakbeat? Yeah, I'll definitely make that main lead a little bit more mono, just a little bit. But yeah, that's really solid. All right, last couple tracks before I go sleep. No Sky. I have this orchestral. Why is SoundCloud fucking fighting me today? It does a download. My first track, an intro for my upcoming album. Let's go. Let's fucking go. Pretty swag, honestly. Can you tell I'm getting tired? That note is interesting. If you're gonna do that, I would maybe have a do, do, do. Is that what you did for that spectral granular thing? I wish something else came in this B section. So right now we have 30 seconds of this stuff. That's all nice. But then you need yourself a little fucking. You need yourself maybe like a little priest or something. I have no clue what this fucking song key is in. Okay, not the best example, but you get the point. Just something to fill it out. It doesn't even need to be that, like a pad, just something so it's not exactly the same. Also, one thing, because I'm guessing this is like a contact library or something, what I like to do to humanize them a little bit is, let's say you have a nice little thingy majig. You have a you have a nice, pretty sound. Let me find something real quick. Strings. So you have nice, pretty strings, right? And then they sound all nice and pretty. Something like that. Okay, bad example actually. Let's go like, let's say we do a little faster, like. Not right now. The queue is currently closed for feedback. Let's say I have something like this. One way to make it sound a little less static is one thing you can do is just like fucking humanize them and just boom. But I like to mess with velocity and like try and find a spot where like it sounds like how you play. So like da da da. So da, da. It actually did a pretty good job of how I would do it. Ba, 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 ba. And there's after. It depends kind of on your instrument, but like you can also just do this manually with volume or whatever the fuck. It doesn't need to be velocity, but this is a nice way to make it. That sounds like a fucking video game version of the. You want to break from the ads? What the fuck? Okay. Oh, it's an octave too low. Let's also do this with channel volume. Oh, wait, this is the whole thing. Never mind. You can also just do like. God, I hate fucking automating a channel volume. It feels so weird. Extremely bit crushed voice. I want that. Just humanize them. Make sure they're a little like tiny bit off grid. Make sure the volume is not like consistently the same. Like I want that nah, so I'll do a little nah, and then it goes all down. Not that much though. And then I want this one here to also go up. Not the most elegant solution, as you can tell by dog shit automation. Like, you wouldn't do it like this, but you get the point. Make it sound less robotic. Probably make the Q close text a little smaller. Yeah, not the best automation, but you know, it shows. Mmm. Won't you join me on this quest to conquer the evils of our land? I like the progression a lot. I was like adding more and more shit. Distance acquired. I hear this right now. The shit's ooh, beautiful. I was like, I hope this goes into a quieter section like that. Yes. I like you're playing a lot with volume and dynamics. You can do a lot of fun stuff with that with this genre. Okay. Do I go on the side tangent? I think I do. This to a lesser extent reminds me of what the fuck? Tone and Bloom. Ayuvik made a fucking album a while ago. Where is it? Where is it? That has like a huge... Where the fuck is it? Sorry, I'm going on a tangent right now. I don't remember what the album was called. Album. What the fuck was the name of the album? It was on the same album as Atone and Bloom. What the fuck was it? Fucking what was that one? Self-Evident. Okay, it was on the same one as it. So 5 years ago. Sorry about this. It was 5 years. Am I getting old? Don't answer that. Yes, this one. Kind of like that. How he just gone like. Ah, nice. Ah. Punk. Oh, for real. Long-winded way of saying I like that you're doing it here, but kind of in the opposite way, where you're not jump scaring. You're like big build up into a quieter section. Have any idea for the intro? Let's go. Those bells have some resonant frequencies that are a little bit harsh. Yeah, okay, those are a little harsh in the high end. But again, you do the soothe trick of or spectral compressor. Oh, thank you for the follow. Fucking hell, that scared me. Yo. What is good? I'm doing pretty good. How about you? Queue is currently closed because we've been going for 2.5 hours, almost 3 hours actually. This is a really good intro. I think because here's the thing, you have a really solid base. That this is pretty much, it's all good. I will be back next Friday as well, doing more of this stuff. This is a really nice base where you can kind of just go crazy with air candy, because like you could kind of leave this as is and it will be perfectly fine. But you can add a lot of like small touches, small air candy. Like wire here, a little pad, sweeping in, motherfucking taunt. Oh, I have that here. Never mind. It's just about to say like a little taunt failed, but you fucking did it. So. I also noticed how with the toms, I kind of wish they smacked a little bit more. I would maybe lead them a bit more as well. And not all, throughout the whole thing, like stuff like in the outro, it works fine as is. Because we're winding down, but when like. Yeah. And of course this needs like a master. But that's literally it. Alright, it's all good. Yeah, you can like do endless, like with this type of stuff, you can do like endless layers and it will always pretty much sound good. But like you have a nice amount of variety. I would maybe want a couple more things in the first minute, because it's pretty much just glitchy ambience and flute, which I do like the glitchy ambient and flute. It just needs a little something, a little spice. You know, this is like I'm gonna do that thing I hate when feedbackers do, but I'm gonna do it anyways. This is like you have a really nice solid piece of chicken, right? You just need a little seasoning on it. Like you have a nice cooked piece of chicken, you could eat it as is, but you know if you want to, you can spice it up a little bit. Yeah, it just needs a quick master. But I think what this really needs, like, you know, it's cool and all, but like it needs some like fucking. My misspelling is ruining. It needs some of that. Some of this fucking. It needs some of this shit. It needs some of that. It needs some of that. It needs some of that. And here we go. Sorry about that. Don't overdo the master. Yeah, it doesn't need much. It honestly. Done. Like honestly, that's all I need. Because that's the thing, you don't want to like over compress it either, because like you're very deliberately playing with dynamics here, like volume dynamics. So you kind of don't want it to be like super compressed and super, because you want this to be a little quieter, you know. Oh yeah, and the harshness there. But like that's, I don't know much. Like this sounds fucking great. Also, I'm excited for the album. All right, I think last track of the night. Also, in general, for future notice, I mostly want. I'm fine doing stuff with the release tunes, but feedback is always better for me when it's unreleased stuff. No problem. But I don't mind if you just want to show some stuff. Like, I'm down with that too. Yeah, no, just kind of want a little bit more bass. Again, I could be wrong. I've never made this genre. That's why I made it once. But yeah, a little bit more bass would be nice. I would distort that lead a fuck ton. It could fully be like. I feel like I'll always say like any a second opinion is worth something. Just take it with a grain of salt. To this day, the person who's giving me the best feedback ever, or like near the top, is my mom, who mainly listens to Imagine Dragons, and she gives some of the best feedback. But yeah, take what I say with a grain of salt. This is not my genre. So what I would do, like, this is how I usually, like, when I was improving a lot, what I did is I just constantly cross-reference my inspiration, and like look at where level-wise they keep their stuff. And you don't need to like copy one to one, but like it's nice having like a reference of like, okay, they did it like that. That worked. That's why I like that. I'm explaining things poorly. That's because I'm streaming for like 3 hours. But yeah, cross-referencing is good. Trap breakdown? Okay. I'm very 50-50 on collabs at the moment, because I just started a collab project with some people. I don't know. Well, we'll see. Right now, I'm not super open to collabs, sadly, but yeah. It's not like requirements. The requirements is I like the music you do, and I think collabing would be good. And I like your music, so. Yeah. Yeah, hit me up around summer though. Probably cook something up. Feedback wise, I don't know much for this. This is kind of sick. Oh, I bet. I mean, I do have like ways to get stuff on other platforms, but if you want to exclusively do SoundCloud and stuff, that's fine. All right, I think that's gonna do it for tonight. We got a fuck ton of feedback. But yeah, thank you guys for stopping by. This was fun, and I'll be doing this again next Friday as well. Bye bye.